I just believe it's possible to pray for peace. I mean, to see what's happening with North and South Korea, that with who knows what we may be able to do with the gospel there soon.
Could we see Benjamin Netanyahu hug Ayatollah Khamenei?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be an opportunity for the gospel?
We should be praying for it,
shouldn't we? That's what salty Christians would be doing right now in this country.
We should be praying for it, not hoping for a war.
Yes.
And a lot of Christian Zionists in America are waiting for a war.
Because the war means the end is here.
In their mind, because they believe the Scofield Reference Bible instead of believing the Bible. All right? There's a difference. Just read the Bible. You don't need Cyrus Scofield's notes. He was, well, we know where Scofield got his notes.
Right.
He got his notes from the Zionists who were trying to start the political state of Israel back in the early 1900s. This thing just keeps going back to the same roots. There's a group that has control of the United States of America, and it's choking the life out of this country, and is trying to get us into a world war. And as the church, we should be resisting it. We should be praying against war. We should be, look, the Israelis hate the Palestinians. They hate the Iranians. Everybody over there hates each other.
Right.
Okay. What is the Christian message? Oh, we hate your people too? If you're Israeli, we'll hate anybody you're hating. No, we ought to be saying, love your enemies.
Yes.
Forgive your enemies. We ought to be telling the Palestinians, you need to forgive the Israelis. We ought to be telling the Israelis, you need to forgive the Palestinians.
Yes.
That's our message. But I don't hear any of that from the Christian Zionists in this country at all.
Well, their salt's gotten diluted. I mean, you preached on this these past 2 weekends about how if Christians, for example, we are the salt, we're supposed to be the salt of this earth. It's a commandment from Jesus. But in the case where we coalesce ourselves with foreign doctrines, ideologies of politics, and these other things, and in this case, with trying to support the political state of Israel, the salt of those Christians who've tried to do that, it's been diluted. And what good is that diluted salt?
The whole thing is held together by this goofy doctrine that John Nelson Darby came up with in the 1800s. The dispensationalism, the rapture, all this stuff, and this is what holds together Christian Zionism.
Yes.
But the thing is a Rube Goldberg contraption. It needs all these moving parts to make it work, and so now we've reached a place that we have Christian Zionists with influence in the White House,
yes,
and the State Department, and they're directing U.S. foreign policy based on Cyrus Scofield's flawed theology.
Yes,
and that is scary.
It is.
That's as scary as the Shiites in Iran who want the Mahdi to come back.
Yes.
I mean, they're trying. You got Shiites in Iran who are trying to push events for a war because they believe that if there's a war with the West, the Mahdi, their Messiah, will return. We've got Christian Zionists who think that if we push for a war with Iran, Jesus will come back.
That's going to push up the
and both of them are
clock.
crazy as bed bugs. You're crazy as bed bugs. It's not your job to make prophecy happen. Your job is to preach the gospel until Jesus Christ comes back. And the gospel is not